When the original Grand Theft Auto first appeared way back in 1998, it caused a fair amount of controversy due to the nature of what nefarious deeds the game let you get up to. You played a crook whose job was to earn money by any means possible and work his way up the crime ladders of 3 cities. You started in Liberty City in the northeast of the US, to Vice City in the southeast, then across to San Andreas in the west. And in all these metropolises, you had a lot of bad things you could do to a lot of good people. Stealing cars, performing jobs for crooks, and running down innocent people was probably enough to prick up the ears of a reactionary Middle England. Add to that the fact that you could also leave your car and massacre those unlucky enough to get in your way with any weapon you managed to get hold of, and you've got a game that was bound to create some waves. So notorious was the game that its 18 rated certificate was even questioned in the Houses of Parliament on the 13th of January 1999. Lord Campbell of Cori was the man who suggested that GTA certification should be modified to take into account the game's themes, when he asked the question, "Are the government now ready for computer games on burglary and mugging?" bearing in mind that it is mostly young people who play these games and not the adults who bought them. It was later pointed out to the Lord that supply of the game to anyone under the age of 18 was a criminal offense already. So what the hell was his problem? Looking at the game now, it's hard to imagine anyone thinking that the game could in any way drive children to a life of crime. Come to think of it, looking at it now makes you wonder if the game could drive children to actually play it in the first place. In the same year as Parliament decided to start shaking sticks in the direction of GTA, the first PS1 add-on pack was released in the form of Mission Pack 1, London 1969. Out went the American cities, in came swinging London town and the chance to put up with dubious Cockney accents as you sold drugs to mods and generally acted like a right little tow rag. As you can see, London 1969 was incredibly similar to the original game, but with a London twist that allowed you to do nasty deeds around familiar locations. Well, they would have been familiar if London was actually designed using a ruler. Still, there was something appealing about the game, even if it was just the fact that you could do illegal things in front of a virtual Houses of Parliament. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, my lords. We're still in 1999, but this time the new Grand Theft Auto was really a new GTA in the form of the sequentially named GTA 2.
In the city, respect is everything.
This time around, you played in a nameless American city of the future. 3 weeks in the future, to be exact. You now had 7 separate gangs that you could work for, and these gangs had memories. As you worked for one, you'd gain points in that gang's respective respectometer. Attack another, and their meter would go down. Then you'd become a prime target for their aggressions. The graphics had gone through a total overhaul, the frame rate was improved, and the radio stations were given extremely chatty DJs with a contemporary soundtrack.
Soaked in the finest Palermo.
The game was a massive improvement on the original, and it wasn't to be bettered until new technology allowed for a whole new ballgame. The tail end of 2001, Grand Theft Auto 3, and the chance to revisit the Liberty City of the first game. Someone, somewhere, had been spending a hell of a lot of money on the city's redevelopment. It looked like nothing we'd ever seen before.
Liberty City is in shock today as the police and emergency services deal with the aftermath of a devastating attack on a police convoy this morning.
This is what we'd always believed that the GTA games had promised, but never truly delivered. Essentially, it was everything that appeared in the previous games, but in a glorious 3 dimensions. But if only GTA 3's beauty could be summed up so simply, since what we had here was far more than just an update that used new and fancier graphics. This city was truly alive. Day turned to night, the sky thickened with clouds, and the effect of wind could be seen as it made trash dance on the ground. And that was just the pleasant stuff. The possibilities for psychotic fun were almost endless, and definitely too numerous to list here. The game sold so well that we estimate that 1 in 3 PlayStation owners has a copy, so chances are you know exactly what you can do, and we hope you feel well and truly ashamed. So where was Lord Campbell of Cori when we were all enjoying the benefits of such anarchy? Where was he when we were using the costume-changing cheat which made us look like a pimp, then gave ourselves unlimited ammunition and decided to go on a bloody rampage? Come to think of it, where was the media outcry that we all expected? He never stirred, the media fireball never happened, and for that we can all be grateful. But we're not counting our chickens just yet. Now we have Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, and again we're back to a city that first featured in the original game. But this time during the decade that taste forgot, the 80s. And you don't play as a nameless felon anymore. You take on the guise of Tommy Vercetti, an up-and-coming gangster who's just had a long stretch in a maximum security prison. Now the whole GTA universe is in full overdrive. You wanted to fly? You can! You wanted to ride a motorbike like in the first game? You can! And this time you can actually see where you're going. The chances of Vice City dropping out of the PlayStation 2 charts this side of next summer are slim, so expect to see it becoming the must-have video game in PlayStation history. But what of the future of the franchise? Well, with Sony's own GTA wannabe, The Getaway, about to hit the streets, we're guaranteed a plethora of similar games over the next few years. GTA didn't just give birth to its own sequels, it also showed the world a new way of designing a game. And don't forget that Vice City is still effectively only a second-generation game running on a second-generation machine. Whatever the future holds, let's just hope that someone doesn't decide that we're all having too much nasty fun in our virtual worlds and decide to make the whole thing illegal.
Vice City's finally here, and the first thing we had to work out is it just like the other game, more of a mission pack, or is there anything here to make it stand out? And again, first impressions were, no, this pretty much is the other game with 80s music, and very nice it is too. This time round, you're not so much of a low-life criminal, you are actually the toppest, biggest badass there is, and so you're earning lots of money, you're going to buy lots of properties. You can buy a strip joint, you can go in and enjoy looking at your girls whenever you want. Properties will start earning money, and it'll get to a point as you play the game where you won't have to go around doing petty crime anymore. Crime, it seems, pays very well, and so this whole new monopoly aspect to Vice City is very welcome indeed. Rockstar North have done a fantastic licensing job by getting so many decent tracks playing in the game as you steal cars and tune with the radio. It really is quite amazing what you can hear just driving around, and a lot of pleasure does come in the game from just stopping off, listening to a favourite channel, and just enjoying a tune you haven't heard since 1986. Of course, we come to another point there, you have to be over 18 to play this game, so if you're 18, chances are you wouldn't even remember 1986 anyway. So where's the nostalgia appeal going to be here? Well, trust us, it just works. This game is ace, it's lush, it's bad, and when we say bad, we actually mean good, because that's what bad means in this kind of world. Definitely not just an add-on pack, it's a whole new game, which looks very familiar, at the same time feels very fresh. Vice City sells 1 million units in the US on day of release, and 1 million Americans cannot be wrong. Yet again, we have another classic game from Rockstar North, and it's a play classic.